Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Laurent. Can you introduce you and introduce Terre de Lin?
Okay, so my name is Laurent Cazenave. I'm working in TERRE DE LIN for 20 years. So I'm in charge of communication, and I'm also involved in selling for fiber and seeds. So as you know, TERRE DE LIN is a cooperative specialized in flax production and selling. And the cooperative got 600 farmers, 300 employees. So it's a middle range company. But we are the leader for flax in France, in Europe, and worldwide. So our main activities are from breeding, so create new varieties, to produce the seeds, flax seeds, to help the farmers to make the cultivation for flax, and then to extract the fiber. So the first process is the scutching. We extract the flax fiber, and then we have also the hackling part. So we will transform the fiber until a sliver, and then we can sell the fiber to our customer, who are the spinners.
So, according to you, what are the strengths of Terre de Lin?
So according to me, the strength of TERRE DE LIN is that even we are a leader in our market, we are still very close to the farmers and to our partners, our customers. This is our philosophy. We want to construct long relation terms with all those partners, and we believe that the success is we believe that is the key of the success. So this is one of the main strengths of TERRE DE LIN. The second one is our aim to have a strong sustainable commitment for flax, because we believe that we can find some innovation to bring the flax to be even more sustainable, because the flax culture is originally sustainable, but we want to improve, and this is a goal for TERRE DE LIN.
Why do you think flax is regarded as so much sustainable?
Oh, there is many points that can explain how flax is sustainable. I think the first one is that it's not irrigated. We are waiting the rain, and that's all. So this is a very natural way to cultivate a crop, because this is weather that decide what will be the quality of the fiber. We and the farmers are here to emphasize the quality, but the weather will decide the end. This is the first point. The second point is the way how we cultivate flax. First is we use a long-term rotation. I explain this point. We will make flax cultivation on the same field each 6 or 7 years. So it's very long. Between the two fields of flax, there will be many other crops. And this is an agronomic principle, very important, because you avoid to establish weed, to establish disease. It's quite different from monoculture. I mean, put the same crop each year. Third point is the variety that we use, because our varieties are resistant to disease, the main disease. So now in flax cultivation we use very few chemical products, and we use also very few fertilizers, so this is very eco-friendly. Fourth point, we use all the part of flax. Sure, the main part is the fiber, but this part represents 30% of the weight of the plant, and the other part are the seeds that we will use for next year, resowing next year, and the other part is the what we call the straw, the wood part, and this can be used for insulation, house insulation, and also horse bedding, garden mulching. So we will use all the parts. We have no waste in flax cultivation. To conclude, last point, I think, and it's very important, is the characteristic of the fiber. The fiber is very long, as you can see, and very strong. So you will obtain a yarn and a fabric very strong, and so it's like a long-lasting product. And I think it's quite important today to have product that can resist long time. So I could define this work in Terre de Lin is not only one part in the fields or in breeding or in extract fiber. We are looking the sustainability in each step of the process, and this is the philosophy of Terre de Lin. We have a global démarche, a global process about sustainability, and I think this is our strength, and we will continue to do this in the future.
So breeding is one of the strengths of Terre de Lin. Could you please explain exactly what makes the difference in breeding with Terre de Lin?
So breeding is the beginning of the work for flax and for Terre de Lin, because breeding is to obtain new varieties, to improve varieties, and this is a strong willing of Terre de Lin. We start breeding in 1960s, so we have a long work about it, and we are now the main breeder in Europe. That means that our variety are the most cultivated through Europe. So we think that our work has been recognized by the farmers and all the flax channel. So breeding is quite simple, but also complicated and long, because you begin with two plants that you will cross manually, naturally, and then you will look the seeds, the children, obtained during 10 years. So at the beginning you got thousands and thousands of possibilities, and after 10 years we will market only one or two new variety that is very innovative, very different from the other variety. So we are looking for some characteristic point. The first point is the yellow fiber. This is an important increasing point. We have succeeded to in 10 years to increase the yield about 400 kilos of fibers per hectare, which is quite good. But for Terre de Lin, the key point is mainly the resistance. What are the resistance? The resistance are resistant to lodging, because the fiber can sometimes fall, but have the capacity to raise again. And this is very important, that the flax can resist to lodging, and also the resistance to disease. Flax have certain disease, and now our varieties are mainly resistant, naturally resistant to the main three diseases. So this is very important for sustainability, because there is no need for chemical treatment on those diseases. This is the main organization of breeding, and is a part of the sustainability and eco-friendly commitment of TERRE de LIN.
So, how did the COVID disease pandemic impact TERRE de LIN?
So, at the beginning of the pandemic, during the first lockdown in France in March 2020, we have stopped the production for 1 month, and then we restart progressively. We increase the production until January 2021, and now we recover a quite normal capacity of production. So we are very glad about this. The market is still active, and we think the future will be bright. Why? Because before the pandemic, the trend for flax was good, because customer was looking for naturality, sustainability, traceability, and the flax fiber answer about all these consumer topics. And I should say that today, and even after the pandemic, we think it will be more like this. The consumer will want to know what they buy, and the inside quality of the product. And so flax can answer this requirement, and we believe that flax will be still in trend in fashion, in house fashion, in innovative product like composite. So we think that the future will still improving our capacity to produce sustainable flax and to present this wonderful product to worldwide.